Now, I said I'd take a rundown through episode 3's quests in Asphalt 9 Legends on Nintendo Switch. And yeah, this is mostly just for people who are having issues with these, because a lot of these quests are quite easy. The main ones here, which are like in Nevada, they can all be found in that new chapter that's added to the career for this season in particular. So yeah, that's where you're going to be going for the most of these, since they're in Nevada. But I'll give a rundown through these quests, give a few pointers to particular places, and gonna cheese a load of these here in one go. As always, guys, if these videos do help on my channel, please do give a like, comment down below, or yeah, a subscribe if you haven't already. Please, I do really appreciate that, and it helps push the video out to more people, which gets me more views. Yay! But yeah, give a rundown through just for anyone who's missing text on these. And yup, I've got one of these complete already. But let's start here. Beat 105 seconds. So yeah, around 2 minutes in Dam Buster in single race. That's pretty easy, to be honest. Dam Buster is not a long course that's going to take you 2 minutes to do a single run of. Now, there's a lot of these ones here which are kind of the don't do certain things. So we've got collect 1 or fewer nitro bottles in a single race, Nevada Desert Life. So yeah, I'll cover those. Nevada top 3 in multiplayer. Nevada is a track where I'm still getting used to quite a few bits and pieces of that, but it is just a case of the main problem there is find Nevada, and then yeah, get a podium finish in multiplayer. So that's just going to take some grinding of multiplayer to be able to get that. Finish race in Hunted, Nevada, like I said, yeah, that's either a case of going into that new season in career and doing a race in that, or else just, yeah, waiting up and doing it in the special event. Now, apply import parts, 8 required, so that's just epic import parts and regular import parts count for that. Upgrades on cars do not. Buy items in the Legend Store, 2 of 14 that done so far. 14 is quite a lot of items if you haven't got a lot of things to buy. So yeah, I'll take a look and see kind of where I'm going for those, because there's pretty much just one blueprint I can get in there, and the rest of those are just those 25k import parts. But I don't really want to burn money on those, because yeah, I'm using that on Vanda and yeah, collecting other bits and pieces. 55 seconds of nitro time, single race, Nevada Desert Life. Easy enough, again, just into that season. I'll point out exactly where that track is. Perform no barrel rolls in a single race, Nevada. So yep, there's another one of the don't do something. Drive a total number of meters in special events, so 25 kilometers in special event races. So that's going to be possible to do in Grand Prix or the special events. So the Drive Syndicate completely counts for that. And 25 kilometers is not a lot when you compare the amount of grinding that Drive Syndicate 3 asks for. That said, I mention this in nearly every video, beware. There's paywalls in that start off small and they get gigantic. So yeah, if you're fresh to this game and you haven't heard of that Drive Syndicate yet, avoid it, basically. 15 360s in a single race, a little bit excessive, but using a Class B or a Class C car, you can just throw a race to do that in any race in the game. Destroy no objects in a single race with a 2-star car or greater. That's another one that's going to be cheese, because destroying no objects in a single race would actually be a difficult enough ask in quite a lot of tracks. Maybe Rome wouldn't be too bad trying to get that, depending on the layout of it. But yeah, no objects in a single race. So definitely cheese time for that. And perform vertical knockdowns. Now, yeah, this is a knockdown where you come down on top of another car. And like I said, I already actually did that by accident, effectively, in one of the other races. You can see my replay there for that Drive Syndicate. But yeah, vertical knockdown is exactly like that. Copy just trying to pull out on the ramp in front of me and just whoop down on top of him. Yeah, it's as easy as that. Just one of those in a race. You can get it pretty much on anything with AI, because they love to get in the way. So if you hit a ramp, they're going to break usually to try to make your landing kind of more difficult. And yeah, that's all it took for me to get that one just knocked out, just as easy as that. Like I said, did it by accident before starting to make this video. Now, what I meant, by the way, by gonna cheese some of these. So collect 1 or fewer nitro bottles in a single race, Nevada Desert Life. Perform no barrel rolls in a single race, Nevada. And destroy no objects in a single race, 2 stars or better. So those can all be done together in a single track event. So gonna hit up, yeah, it has to be Desert Life for that. So gonna need career for sure. So into career here, chapter 2, full throttle season, and yeah, Desert Life, very first track. Now I just need the car to be over 2 stars for it to count for all of them. So given the fact that I don't need it for anything else here, I'm just going to hop into the Venture Start and yeah, hit touch drive off and play. And this is one where like all you need to do for this is nothing because of the fact that these conditions never require you to like complete the race. So you should be completely fine to just do nothing for this. Now, the only thing that I'm not sure about would be if you could get away with doing the 360s as well in this. But to do that, I'd have to avoid the nitro bottles up ahead on the road. So all I'm going to do is just leave the car here until it explodes. Because yeah, that should technically tick off the requirements for all of these quests. So yeah, if you're having difficulty with doing these, you can just go in here in Nevada in a 2-star car, and I'm going to zip to the finish line for this because, yep, this is just all I'm going to do. And as long as, by the way, you don't accelerate in the slightest, because if you accelerate at the start of a race, then the car will start to reset and push you down the road and reset and push you down the road. But if you leave off touch drive and yeah, don't touch anything at the start, it's just going to stay here until it gets DQ'd. So yep, let's see exactly how long does that take. And there we go. Yeah, 2 minutes and 40-ish seconds. Now, the AI did run past me as they were completing their lap, but at that starting position, they all just zoomed around and did avoid me. But it might be an idea as you're coming close to that 2 minutes and 30 seconds, just to keep an eye, just in case one of the AI crashes into you and gets the car rolling forward, because you would then pick up a nitro bottle. But collect 1 or fewer nitro bottles in a single race. Naturally, as I didn't move. Perform no barrel rolls in a single race. Yeah, again, I didn't move. And destroy no objects in a single race. Yeah, I didn't move. Oh, so stupid. What sounds like it could be 3 difficult quests in this season pass just yet. Completely daft, the fact that they are completable like that. But what you gonna do? Oh, this game. Now, this drive 25 kilometers then in special events, like, yeah, the easiest and obvious way of doing that is going into the special event and just knocking out some of the missions in that. Like, again, I always stress this, but just a case of, yeah, with these missions, I wouldn't advise doing the pinned missions in this, depending on how you're progressing through this one, until you're moving ahead further into it, since obviously, like, yeah, I just want to get to where I can use the Aranera and the Apex and stuff like that. But like, my progress on this is really, really slow, just because I'm so disinterested in events where I know you can't reach the end of it. But yeah, here I'm just gonna knock out 1 or 2 more missions and complete the that portion of this quest at least. The only thing I can think of is if you have actually run into a scenario where you've run out of missions with this, but obviously there'll be other special events during the coming weeks and stuff during the season pass. So if you're already after like locking yourself out completely in the Drive Syndicate 3 and you can progress further, and just keep in mind there will be more Grand Prix and special events before the end of the season. Don't spend money to unlock more stages in this just so you can do stages in a special event. You will get those in the next couple of weeks. No, and it did just take 1 more run on that for, yeah, tier 29 to become unlocked and get that 25k complete. And why that grind is real. Now, so this performed 55 seconds of nitro time in a single race in Desert Life, and yeah, 15 360s in a single race in a Class B or a C car. So Desert Life is, yeah, the first race here in Nevada in the full Throttle season on Chapter 2. And inside that, you've got a couple of C-class cars, at the very least. The B1, not unlocked just yet. But say either of these cars, Venture, Aranera, Husaria, say make use of this just to get, yeah, as much nitro time as possible with it. You know, it would actually be easier to use a lower tuned one of this, because obviously the Husaria is going to absolutely, like, do tons more speed with this. But I'm just thinking, I don't really need to win this race. I just need to do the nitro time. So by doing the 360s as well, I'll be able to slow up the car quite significantly by 360ing in between, just getting the race knocked out of the way. Like, does not need to be won. And yeah, I think I pointed that out with the last one of these races. Just all you need to do is exactly the wording of the quest. So if you need the nitro time, do the nitro time. Even to slow down this area, I'm just going to grind it against a wall here a small bit. 360s again, and yeah, just gonna grind that there, because 27% of the race complete already. And really, like, one of the slower cars with this would be more capable of getting the nitro time, I think, than using the Husaria. Just all you need to do though is don't like go crazy with the speed, and you should still be fine. You need to be in a nitro state for this patch of this track though. So work away towards the 360s. 360, or miss it off that instead, get a barrel roll. But yeah, 15 360s isn't too much of an ask, especially on a track where you've got quite a few opportunities for air time here, and just nitro the whole time. Let's see, 71%. I should pretty much have the nitro time in the bag, I would say, but I'm just going to make sure and knock out a few more 360s. Don't want to be redoing this one again for the sake of it, when you can, like I say, get both of these kind of missions complete in the same run. Yeah, the AI just completely drops back because they're expecting a 900 rated car, but there's my 360s done. And yeah, that's like the Airnera is the right rank as well for those, as well as that's easily enough nitro time, I would say, and that to complete both of those. So yeah, tier 30 unlocked with that, and yeah, both those quests complete in the one run. So handy enough place to be able to get both of those together. But then again, 360s in any race is fine. It's just a case of you can knock them out together on Desert Life. Now, finish races in Hunted, just one of those in Nevada, and 105 in Dam Buster in a single race. Like, again, for those, it's full throttle season. My cars are way over the max for those, so I'll just point out where those two are. Not going to do the runs of them because, yeah, they're very easy. I think 105 in Dam Buster is crazy, a low ask. But all you got to do in your full throttle season is, race number 3 there is Dam Buster. And race number 4 is the Hunted one that you could just go for. So all you have to do is race the first 2 or 3 of these, and you'll get access to the tracks required for those. And yeah, the Hunted, all you have to do is just complete that race exactly as asked. Now, it was possible in Dam Buster to get to 155 with the DSE10s. 105 seconds is a minute and 45, but I just wonder when events are start, what can I punch in with that? Because yeah, this car is definitely a bit above the speed of the DSE 10s, but I'll give it a blast and see what I can get just for a laugh. So yeah, 145 needed. Yeah, I can beat that by easily 15 seconds in the start. Not exactly a perfect race. That track is a bit on the rough side with the kind of a lot of very, very blind kind of corners and places where you're coming up hills, especially with the steady camera view. But there we go, tier 31 unlocked for doing that. Nice enough. And I'm just gonna knock out this Hunted race then in the narrows. And yeah, easy enough in a Husaria. Complete that with about 20 or 30 seconds to spare. And boop, yeah, Husaria, one of the cars you can get from the Drive Syndicate 3 with just completing the first couple of sections of that. So you can get that one, I think, pretty much without any real issues. Now, these other parts though, apply import parts. Now, that's something I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days, just onto a few of my cars. I'll see if I have anything that's cool for them. And buy items in the Legend Store is, it couldn't be easier. Just go to the Legend Store and buy stuff. If you're in a scenario like I am, you're kind of just looking for a Vanda Electric blueprints really. If they're not around the place, you can pick up these ones every now and again, the 25k It's not too bad, but like there's no real benefit to them. All I do is buy these and convert them back into trade coins then. But yeah, the cost of those even increases pretty high. So yeah, like it is just going to take a couple of refreshes, and also I'm going to be looking for yeah, some of those Nevada races and multiplayer as well, where I have to come in the podium positions for them. The epic parts for me at this stage, Aston Martin DBA 11, no interest in, and the same with the DBS Superleggera. I have absolutely zero interest in buying those epics, so I'm just going to keep my trade coins and yeah, throw a couple of like these 25k ones to get that buy items in the Legend Store clocked up. Need 14 of them, but I'll see like when I complete these other two missions how far along this will bring me, because I don't realistically want to spend too many credits on that, but I can just leave it there over the next couple of days. But I'll see if that would get me something else, but I have a feeling that it's not going to be possible to get the IE unlocked, so that blueprint won't make much of a difference, and the 100% can maybe wait until next week's quest, rather have it up early rather than waiting around just to get like the last couple of those, or like yeah, punishing my own garage by just yeah, buying junk for the sake of it. Now all that's left for me to do is roll that dice and hopefully hit up Nevada in multiplayer. Oh, I hope this doesn't take as long as it did the last time. Got those things in Nevada done, and yeah, it took a bit. What I ended up doing is just basically burning ranks. So select a race, see if Nevada comes up, press start immediately, and just quit out of the race if it wasn't. Because like if you want to get a lot of series score realistically now in multiplayer, you're going to need to kind of go up and down the rank anyway, because yeah, there isn't too much gain to be had from like, oh yeah, what are the rewards for that position? Brilliant, Platinum League gives nothing. So I mean, there's no real gain whatsoever from the league positions. The rank does give something, but like 250 base, you get 40 tokens. Absolutely useless. I don't know what the F they're thinking of with this stuff. It's just, I mean, it's brain dead. It's the only way I can possibly say that this is. It's just, here's your rewards. It's nothing. Okay, thanks. Brilliant. Yeah, it's just ludicrous. I mean, it's one thing to say that there's shitty rewards, but that is just literally, there's nothing. Anyway, now another thing that's brilliant is that as a New Year's treat, the Vanda Electrics 2 really terrible events have returned to get a handful of blueprints for that. The really shit thing is though, once they've appeared and there's packs for them in the store, yeah, as luck would have it, there's pretty much been no Vanda blueprints for me in the last like 2.5 days, I think, since that event has come in. So yeah, it's great that you can get like 10 or so blueprints from that event. But yeah, in the meantime, your completely progress is killed by the fact that the Legend Store just, yeah, they seem to have gotten an awful lot rarer. You know, while those packs are there that you can spend tokens on, of course. Terrible game. But yeah, I'm just one more to get, and say the BMW gets an epic, because why the heck not? And there's like 33 here unlocked, but oh, that's like the recent things in this game again are just shining how absolutely terrible the company are behind this game. Just like everything from that Syndicate event being as bad as it is, to like to them suggesting the fact that like, oh yeah, they said the Drive Syndicate, the coins burn off slower on the Nintendo Switch version it did on the global version. And yeah, it was pointed out within like a minute or two the fact that that's completely wrong, and the response was absolutely nothing. So yeah, it's great stuff always. But yeah, it is just terrible feedback to give to a community, especially when it's like something's proven wrong and there's just zero response ever. It's just salty bullshit. But anyway, episode 3, final thing. It's not going to be enough to unlock the Apollo at all. I think I'm still a week or so away from that. 28 blueprints, and was there anything actually of relevance? I think maybe one fuel unit could be good enough for this. It'll help out a small bit, I guess, at the Drive Syndicate and having more. What am I on? Ernera at the moment. 33 with that. Trade coins from those yeah, customization pieces. Trade coins. probably more trade coins, because these are random pieces. They're not set at all, so it can obviously be pieces that a player have already. Extra gas, trade coins, and yeah, 7 away from the Apollo IE being unlocked. Just an absolute ton of trade coins, and yeah, the only other thing is the gas. This really isn't a week for good rewards from Gameloft, is it? Let's see though, what's there down the road next week. Then is the reputation boost, 25% extra onto that, so handy enough for the club if you want to help out with club milestones and such. And some tokens, 10 blueprints for the IE as well, that are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiers away. It could be possible the Legend must be unlocking that next week. Not sure about the trade coin bonus, that might be out of reach, but I just have to play and see. Yeah, first 3 tiers of this done. And again, like, the Ferrari season was going to be one of those ones where I was making a choice of playing this game further. Tons and tons of players have dropped out. Those key packs are really demoralizing, kind of thing. Drive Syndicate 3 is a terrible event, because to reach the end of it, you need to spend around 200 to 500 euros. There seems to be just no free to play or even like pay with tokens path. It has to be just straight up money, the exact same as it was on the global version nearly. The only difference being on the Switch, yeah, those pinned missions are like 3 times harder, so they managed to take a really shit event and make it not only shitter in terms of the paywalls being just as bad, but also, yeah, just make it downright less fun, because those pinned missions, like, you will always get, say, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 syndicate coins from them. The only difference is if it burns off 3 times faster while you're trying to get to the finish line, it just means you're going to have to run those races 3 times more. So you're getting the same reward, but you just have to run it over and over again. It's just whoever thinks that doing the same run over and over again is fun, I don't know. They really need to be taken off the team, because by team I mean team humans, because that person is just a sadist. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, as always, sub button up there, other videos for me here, and yeah, drive safe in this one, and watch out for the Vanda elusively disappearing from the shop for the week while it's on offer for tokens and real money, of course. Bye, drive safe.